The Washington Commanders are in full swing, shedding their old skin for something fresh and fierce on defense. With the draft behind us, we're diving into how this young and speedy roster is poised to shake things up. Surprises in the starters list, explosive plays ahead, and a revamped squad that has Commanders fans buzzing. It's time to take command and embrace this new chapter. HTTR. Let's be real. This matters because it signals how the front office is prioritizing the roster right now. The Washington Commanders are not just revamping their look, they're giving their defense a complete overhaul. Last season, that unit was an older group struggling with depth, speed, and athleticism. It's no secret that those elements are crucial in the NFL, especially when games come down to the wire. This season, the Commanders are injecting youth and vigor, aiming to transform the way they play the game. Part of this transformation includes revamping the team's identity, which goes beyond just scheme changes. The Commanders recently added a bold flair to their uniforms, putting a spear through the gold W on their alternate black helmet and bringing back the classic look for their home and away jerseys. That nostalgia isn't just for show. It embodies a fresh start, a hint of the pride that comes with their legacy. This defense needed to evolve, and it looks like the front office is committed to building a more dynamic squad. The infusion of younger, faster players can radically change the team's performance on the field, creating opportunities for explosive plays and tougher matchups. My take: losing depth hurts more than people think, especially in December when fatigue and injuries pile up. The hope is that this new approach will deliver results not just over the course of the season, but also as the Commanders aim for respect and a return to contention. The Commanders are clearly making some strategic moves here, and according to NFL.com, the official site of the National Football League, there's been an interesting shift in focus this offseason. While many teams are caught up in the frenzy of player signings and trades, the Commanders are honing in on building a younger and more dynamic squad. This shift is crucial, especially after a season where a lack of speed and depth was evident on the field. The fact that the NFL schedule for the upcoming season won't be released until May gives the Commanders some breathing room to finalize their roster decisions. This wait means they can truly evaluate the potential impact of their latest draft picks as they integrate into the team. Commanders fans have seen the effects of fatigue and injuries late in the season, and it's evident that this youth influx aims to combat just that. The truth is, losing depth hurts more than people think, especially in December, and the organization seems to be keen on changing that narrative. With each new addition, the Commanders are looking to reshape their identity. The emphasis on speed could potentially create mismatches against opposing offenses, elevating the overall play. Commanders fans should be ready for an exciting transformation as this revamped roster aims not only to compete, but to restore respect in a league that has long dismissed them. HTTR. The NFL draft has come and gone in a whirlwind, and teams are already evaluating how their rosters have improved. The Washington Commanders are no exception, having had a clear vision for how they want to shape their squad not only during the draft, but also with their free agency moves. As we look ahead to Week 1 of the 2026-27 NFL season, it's starting to come together. So who can we expect to see taking the field? At quarterback, there's not much discussion here. Jaden Daniels is the projected starter. His ability to stretch the field with both his arm and legs brings a fresh dynamic to the offense. For Commanders fans, seeing a young and mobile quarterback under center is a welcome change, and it speaks volumes about the direction the team is heading toward. The defense is also gearing up for youthful energy, with the additions of younger, faster players across key positions. It's this injection of speed and athleticism that's essential in today's NFL. Teams that struggle with depth and lack quickness often find themselves outmatched, especially during those crucial late-season games. My opinion? This new approach is a breath of fresh air, but we'll need to see how these starters gel on the field. The Commanders' roster choices reflect a commitment to building something more sustainable and competitive. Knowing that injuries and fatigue are inevitable, these investments in youth could pay dividends down the stretch. As we think about the season ahead, it's evident that the Commanders are not just aiming for improvement, they're targeting a complete overhaul of their team's competitive edge. Each new addition writes a chapter in the team's narrative that many fans hope will lead to winning more than just games. As we develop this roster, we can be cautious but optimistic. Questions about chemistry and performance will have to be answered on the field, but the foundation, an amalgamation of youthful talent and a fresh mindset, looks promising. Commanders fans deserve this excitement, especially after years of instability. The wait for September might be long, but the anticipation for what's to come is real. From my view, this shifts how we should read the Browns' short-term plan. The buzz around the Commanders' roster changes is palpable among the fans. Everyone's eager to see how these fresh faces will clash for starting spots in training camp. Team chemistry is crucial, and while competition intensifies, it can also foster an environment where every player pushes one another to excel. The young prospects are hungry to make their mark, and that spirit is infectious. When it comes to the front office, their strategic focus on youth not only appeals to fans looking for a rejuvenated team, but also sends a clear message. The Commanders are serious about restoring their competitive edge. It's about time, right? Change is necessary, and the command to rise above the past is here. HTTR. Let's be real. This matters because it signals how the front office is prioritizing the roster right now. The excitement surrounding the Commanders' new direction is evident in the fan base. With younger players pushing for starting spots, the competition is set to ignite team chemistry and elevate performance levels. Commanders fans know the importance of depth, and this shift in focus signals that the front office is deeply aware of past struggles. Public perception is crucial, especially considering the team's turbulent history. This commitment to youth not only rejuvenates the roster, but also sends a clear signal that the Commanders are prioritizing respect and competitiveness. The infusion of fresh talent promises to spark enthusiasm, and it seems the organization is ready to take command of its narrative. HTTR. The buzz around the Commanders' roster changes isn't just echoing in the hallways of the practice facility. It's rippling through the fan base as well. With younger players vying for starting roles, the competition promises to ignite an energy that could reshape the team's culture. Fans know that team chemistry takes time, but this influx of youthful talent might just be the spark the Commanders need. Everyone's hungry for success, and that intensity is contagious. From the front office's perspective, this shift isn't merely about adding speed and athleticism. It's a strong statement. They're laying it all on the line, telling fans and the league that the Commanders are serious about revamping their image and reclaiming respect. The changes to the roster certainly show that the organization is ready to move past the decades of wrestling with instability. It's not only about filling positions, but about establishing a foundation for sustained success. There's hope that this new character will not only compete, but inspire everyone involved, from coaches to the die-hard Commanders fans. The adversity of past seasons has left scars, but every fan knows this team has the potential to rise above. Coupled with the youthful influx is a fresh mindset that could translate into a more tenacious approach on the field. This makes it all the more important for players to embrace these opportunities come training camp. If they can establish that competitive spirit, it could transform the locker room dynamic. Commanders fans, this isn't just a makeover. It's a push to achieve what we've longed for, a team that stands strong and earns every ounce of respect available. HTTR. Before we wrap up, there's plenty more to dive into. Head over to the next video for an in-depth look at the upcoming challenges and how the Commanders plan to tackle them head-on. Honestly, this is the type of update that tells us more than the headline itself.